Hi everybody, my name is Matt, and I'm finally back with another video on EV training your Pokemon. EVs stand for effort values, and it's a hidden stat in the Pokemon universe. Pretty much all Pokemon games have the EV stat, and what this does is if you understand how to use the EVs in the game, you can take an average Pokemon and make it quite a bit stronger, and if you do it correctly. So this video I'm going to go through it and explain what the 6 EV stats are, how to train them, and how to optimize them to make your Pokemon as strong as it can be. Now let's go into the explanation of EVs a little bit more. EVs are effort values that can be obtained when your Pokemon defeats another Pokemon in battle. These values can be added to the 6 stats of the game, so HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Pokemon can have a maximum of 510 EVs, and each stat can have a maximum of 252 EVs per stat. Now, obviously, that means you can max out 2 stats and then have 6 more in an additional stat. Now, what these EVs do is that at level 100 for your Pokemon, at level 100, it will give you an extra point in that stat for every 4 EVs you have of that stat. So, take for example my Machop right here, this in the 4 slot. I'm going to check its EVs right now. Right now, all the EVs are 0. So, when I get it to level 100, it's going to have a set HP. Let's just say 200 for an example. Now, if I were to max out that HP to 252, at level 100 it would have 263 HP, and the only difference between that and having the 200 HP that it originally would have had is the fact that I would have taken the time to EV train it specifically to have a higher HP. So now that we know a little bit more about effort values and how they can affect your Pokemon, I want to take a look at my Reshiram. So as you can see, the EV spread that I have on this Pokemon is 4 in HP, 2 in attack, 252 in special attack, and 252 in speed. Now a lot of people might think that the Pokemon with more HP is going to win in a battle because it takes longer to knock out. However, since I know that Reshiram is a special attack focused Pokemon, I want to really optimize the damage output from his moves. So that's why I maximized the special attack, so he'd be hitting harder with each of his special attack moves, and I maxed out speed so he would ideally go fast in each battle so he can get off that really powerful move first. He'll beat the other Pokemon to it and hopefully one-shot him, and I won't take any damage at all. So the higher HP really doesn't help me at all. Once you've done the research on your Pokemon to figure out which EVs you want to train to maximize his potential, you're going to want to find common Pokemon in the world that you can farm those EVs specifically. There's a couple of items that you are going to want to use to help maximize the farming speed of these EVs though. In this chest I've got the 6 EV items that you could potentially use. They're in order from HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Now what these do is if your Pokemon is wearing them when they defeat a Pokemon, they get 4 additional EVs of that specific stat, you know, relative to which item they're wearing. So if they're wearing this HP one, they're going to get 4 additional HP EVs for every Pokemon they kill. Now when you're training them, it's very easy to fight a wrong Pokemon that ends up messing up your EVs, and what you'll have to do is actually give your Pokemon these berries to remove 10 EVs of a specific stat. So these are in order of HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And what you do is if you want to maximize your HP and have no defense, but you have like, let's say 12 defense, you're going to want to eat 2 of these call-out berries to reduce the defense EV to 0 so you can continue to grow your HP EVs. Again, you have a maximum of 510 EVs per Pokemon and a maximum of 252 EVs per specific stat. 252 of the EVs in a specific stat at level 100 equates to 63 additional points of that stat at level 100. So now that you know which Pokemon you want to EV train, you know which EVs you want to train specifically, and you have the items required to EV train a little bit quicker, you're gonna have to find the Pokemon that's the easiest to farm to get those EVs. So what I do, I go to Google, type in EV yield Pixelmon, and it's the first link. You click on it, and it provides you this table of all the Pokemon in the game, along with the EV yields that they'll give you if you defeat them in battle. So what you'll notice is that some of these Pokemon provide 1, 2, or 3 EVs, and what you'll realize is that although you think the 3 EVs are the way to go because you'll get them faster, they're significantly less common than the Pokemon with a single EV. So what I'd recommend is finding Pokemon that are common that provide you 1 EV of the stat that you want, and then use those items I mentioned before to get the EVs a lot faster. Now my recommendations for the Pokemon I would farm to farm these specific EVs are the following. For HP, I would farm Wurmple or Caterpie. These can be found in forests and are very common. For attack, I would go with Machop because he's common and found in mountains. For defense, I would go with Geodude. They are also common and found in the mountains. Special attack would be Ghastly. He can be found in roofed forests and is pretty common. For special defense, I would recommend Duskull, which is found in the mesa biomes. And then for speed, I would recommend either Starly or Weedles. They are found in the forest biomes and are very common. So as I mentioned, each of these Pokemon only give 1 EV of the specific stat that I mentioned. However, with those items that give 4 additional EV stats, you're gonna get 5 EVs for every battle that you do. So you're gonna have to battle them 51 times to max out the EV of that specific stat. So it sounds like a lot, but in Pixelmon it goes by really quick. To all of the new people that might be joining the Pixelmon server for the first time, or are just new to the game in general, there's also a Wikipedia page for EV training for the Pixelmon mod, and if you just type in Pixelmon EV training into Google, it should be probably one of the top links, and it'll give you all the information that I've gone over in this web page. I think the most important stuff is going to be the stats, the power items, and the berries. The vitamins, they're only good for up to a certain point, so I'd recommend just focusing on the items that you need and the berries that you might need to use to correct any EVs that you've misplaced along the way. Well, I hope this video helps you guys out in the future when you're training the ultimate team for either taking on gyms or just your personal team for battling other people in the world. And can't wait to make some more videos to help you guys out. Thanks everybody. See you next time.